Faster time to kill or slower time to kill? Which one's better? Which one do you prefer? We're going to talk a little bit about that in this episode. Guys, real quick. So, time to kill, we're talking about video games, of course. Time to kill is how long it takes to kill somebody. Can you kill them quick? Can you kill them slow? Which one's better? Which one requires more skill? And we're going to talk a little bit about that. So, real quick. So, let me go to the big screen real quick. I'm just going to show you a little bit of what's going on in here. So, FPS noted. He's an Apex guy. He shared a clip here. You can kind of see it going on. He has the G7. He shreds one guy, shreds another guy. So I think he had a triple kill to that one. 1, 2, 3. A little weak as they came in. 100 damage and less time than I-99. Very balanced. This is this guy's complaint. I don't know much about this guy. I'm just we'll go through the tweets a little bit. We'll talk a little bit about it. I commented, I've been saying this for a long time about Apex, guys. For a long time about Apex, I've been saying that I don't think the guns need to be nerfed. I think they all need to be buffed. I'm not looking for a time to, I think the time to kill needs to be slightly faster. I'm not saying it needs to be Call of Duty or Counter-Strike style. I'm just saying I think it needs to be slightly faster. We'll go through some of the comments here, and I'm going to talk and explain a little bit more. I said in here, I see nothing wrong. Time to kill is too slow in Apex, which increases third, fourth, and fifth parties that we all have been complaining about. This has been something that the community's complained about for a while now. Ever since almost like the end of Season 2. Actually, they started in Season 2 where we complained about third parties because Season 1 was actually a faster time to kill Season 1 than it was in the earlier seasons. You had the Wingman, which was destroying people extremely quick. Then they nerfed that, and just from that point on, the longbow, they nerfed that. So everything started going down, and there wasn't really a point to... it started adjusting the meta of the game. So this has been something people complain about. Third parties, fourth parties, fifth parties. Look, in any kind of battle royale, third parties, fourth parties, and fifth parties, by nature, it's going to happen. It's just going to happen. You're playing a battle royale. You hear somebody shooting. You're going to run off in that direction, try to clean them up while they're weak. You're going to do that regardless. That's always going to happen. But you want to mitigate that as much as possible. And my thing is when I look at the reason why I make my argument in here, so I'm going to read the rest of this. I said this also creates slow gameplay and less skilled plays to be made. Been saying this in Season 2. Every gun needs a slight buff, not a nerf. So to explain exactly what I mean by that is look, what do I mean by it creates slow gameplay? Well, because it takes longer to kill somebody, it's going to take the engagements, the battle engagements, my team versus your team, the 3-on-3 engagements are going to take longer to take place. And because it's taking longer, it's giving other people time to get closer to join in on that third party, fourth party, fifth party, which creates a big part of RNG, a bunch of randomness, because you don't know where the other parties are, so you can't really put yourself in position where it's going to be great. You'll just be shooting, all of a sudden you're like, wait, now I'm pinged. I got a guy behind me, I got a team behind me, and these guys in front of me. Man, that sucks. That's unlucky, right? And of course, there's always some skill. This thing is, there's a lot of people when they debate things, it's very bilinear. It's either A or B instead of thinking percentages and possibilities and probabilities. And that's very important to take that into consideration when you're debating things. So to talk about third parties, it's always going to happen. It's always going to be there. We want to mitigate that, right? We want to mitigate the randomness of the third party. Well, you do that by increasing time to kill. So when you increase time to kill, what it allows to do is you got to think okay, when two of your squad members get dropped and it's just you and you have to fight 3, that's a really hard play to make. Now it should be. It's 1 versus 3. It should be. But even in regular lobbies, solo queuing, that's very, very difficult. You don't see too many people, look, in Apex, you do not see too many people solo queuing in Apex, dropping solo away from their team and winning games and destroying people and dropping 20 bombs. You don't see that, and you never do. For sure, has it happened? Yes. I'm sure it has. Everybody has their clip. Everybody has their moment. Talk percentages, not bilinear, right? So you don't see that that often. Why? Because Apex is a very, very strong team-based game. You need your teammates because it takes, the healing it's fast. It's mediocre. It's fast, but it's also slow. But the engagements take so long. And there's a lot of spraying. So there's guns that require little to no skill. And there's guns that require really, really great skill. So it's your bots can come in and be decent in there. Somebody can pick up a Spitfire, hold down left click and wiggle and still finish a bunch of kills if they run into a small close range area. Whereas someone using the 99 or the Wingman, you have to actually be precise and hit your shots. There's definitely skill to using those type of guns. There's no skill to using the Spitfire. It's a dumb gun. It's really stupid. It's very easy to use spray type guns like that. It's very easy to hit your shots. It's easy to track your shots in Apex. So we'll talk a little bit more about that because Noted and I were kind of going back and forth on that debate and his whole posse as he shared this, and everyone decided to kind of chime in because, well, that's what people do. So anyways, to get a little into it is every gun needs a little slight buff. Think about the shotgun. When they brought the Peacekeeper in, a lot of people complained about the Peacekeeper and how powerful it was when they buffed it, right? I think the Peacekeeper was actually fine. Because what did they do when they brought the Peacekeeper in? You were all of a sudden allowed to make hero plays. You could go in there and 1 versus 3 really bad teams because you have a Peacekeeper. You get the knock, you go to the next guy, you get the knock, you go to the next guy, you get the finish. Now the thing with Apex and when you have these long time to kills, even if you get a knock, you got to think about it. If you get engagements, most engagements, especially at the highest level in the Predator lobbies, most engagements are... they're going to be longer. It's going to take longer to get your battles because guys are smarter. They're not going to put themselves out in the open too often, and their teammates are going to work pretty well together. So you're going to encounter that in the Apex Pred lobbies. That's fine. It's always going to be like that. It's just how it is. Games at the highest level are always going to be longer. You see this across every single first-person shooter platform that goes competitively. The top players just simply last longer. The games last longer than the other games. Look at Fortnite, for example. It goes to the last ring every single time at the World Championship level. Okay, so, but the shotgun, like I said, if we're like when you can clap people quick with it, right? You get that clean headshot, boom, go. And not even headshot, like it was powerful, it was consistent. People just didn't like it because it was too powerful. I don't think the issue was fixing the shotgun or nerfing the shotgun. I think the issue was slightly buffing the weapons around it. That's all. I think some of the weapons need a little faster time to kill. Some guns just simply shouldn't be... You look, what Apex is doing is they're trying to make it a meta where in pubs, every gun can be utilized. Every gun can become part of your loadout. I don't agree with that, especially with the large variety and types of guns that they have. I don't agree with that. I think there needs to be pretty common that, hey, this is the gun that most people are going to get. Look at Halo 3. I'm going to use Halo 3. We're going to talk about this for a second. Halo 3, I think, had one of the best time to kills, and the way that they designed the one-on-one engagements, the mechanics of that, I think it was one of the best. Why? Because, look, if you picked up an assault rifle, nobody got kills with the assault rifle. You did not use the assault rifle. It was a stupid gun. It was useless. But people would use it in Social Slayer because those are the bad players, right? Good players used what in Halo 3? They used a battle rifle. How many shots did it take to use the battle rifle? It took 4 shots. It was a 3-round burst. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So technically 12 shots, but it took 4 shots. Everybody was like, oh, you just got 4-shotted. You just got out-BR'd. I just 4-shotted that guy. 4 shots with a battle rifle. That didn't mean 4 headshots. You had to hit 3 shots on him anywhere. That would drop his shields. 1 shot to the head. That's all you had to connect with in Halo 3 was 3 shots anywhere, 1 shot to the head. 3 shots anywhere, 1 shot to the head. So your first couple battle shots just needed to connect, and then that last shot needed to be precise. Now, if you'd missed the headshot and you shot the body when he's 1 shot, you would have to shoot him, I don't remember exactly, but another 4 or 5 times in order to get that kill. So that means it would give the person who's skillful at being able to be precise with their battle rifle shot to win that battle and that engagement, and then they can run away and get their heals back, and they didn't have to stop and heal. They could sprint and heals, all that kind of stuff. So they were able to just kind of go away and heal, and then get right back into the engagement again. Everybody was somewhat around the same health for the most part, unless you picked up Overshield. This is Halo. I'm not saying Apex needs to be like this. I'm just saying what that was like a perfect mechanics when it comes to one-on-one engagements. Halo 2 and Halo 3. It went downhill after that. We're not going to talk about that. So that was extremely powerful. Well, in Apex, there's no reason to aim for the head in Apex. Not too many people really aim for the head. The headshots typically, in most cases, just come from surprise. Like, sure, you're going to try to adjust towards the head a little bit, but you're not precisely trying to aim for the head. You really just care about making that connection, because it's too much of a risk to miss your shot up there. If you hit, great, but like it's too much of a risk. You're gonna miss your shot. So you just aim and look. And sometimes you're just aiming, you're like, oh shit, I just fucking headshot him. Cool, but it was almost arguably accidental. like that you got that headshot. Now, for sure, using the Kraber, other things like that, you're going to aim slightly higher. But, like, think of the 99. Nobody's taking the 99 aiming for the head. Nobody's taking the 301 aiming for the head. What you're aiming for the head is probably the wingman. Maybe. You're really just shooting that shit as fast as you can. Look at all the flings. That's just what you do. And then triple take. Like, when you charge up triple take, you aim for the head. You try to long range, not even up close. You just try to make a connection, right? So, with that being said, I believe that Apex is actually a very, very user-friendly game. I think it's a very, very user-friendly game. I think it's very simple. I think it's very easy to aim in the game. Noted thought otherwise. So what Noted said is he was like, I can't remember where exactly it was. He retweeted one of my things. I wonder if he took it down. But he retweeted one of my things in here. See if I can find it on his page here. So I'm gonna scroll down. He did actually. He stopped. Okay, so he didn't want me to get the recognition. He was drawing attention to me. Maybe he was tired of my post, but he took it down. So he actually retweeted this, or one of my comments in here somewhere. But he retweeted it. He may have deleted my comment too because I had other comments, man. No. Here it is. We got some. He retweeted that, but he deleted it. Okay, cool. So I said my first point. And then he tweeted, he said, long time to kill requires more skill to track, flick, etc. You're wrong. So I highly disagree. I was like, with that argument, it means CSGO should be a cakewalk. If longer time to kill requires more skill, like, then CSGO should be a cakewalk. And now, getting outside of talking about game mechanics and understanding, because there are strategies to each game, always keep that in mind. CSGO players are known for their aim. They've always been known for the aim. If you think otherwise, you probably haven't been around the competitive scene for a while. CSGO players are known for their flicks. They're known for their aim. You have to hit the head. I mean, yes, they are known. You're going to see somebody make this argument here. They are known for keeping your cursor in the position and waiting till that guy walks out and aiming. But there's a lot of times where somebody's stuck with a pistol. They're in a 1 versus 4 scenario, 1 versus 5 scenario, and the guy has to try to make a play. In Apex, that will never, ever, ever happen. It will never happen because the time to kill is too high. So, I was like, with that argument, CSGO is a cakewalk. There's a reason CSGO's players on a different level. So would you argue that Apex is harder than CSGO? He says 2 different games, different play styles, no point in comparing. I disagree. I kind of think that is a good point to compare them. Of course, you can't play the entire game, but you can compare the mechanics and the engagements amongst them, each one. So, I said, both require a great amount of skill. One is more forgiving for bad placement. One is not. Apex is a fun game, but competitively, it lacks greatly in individual skill and aims for more teamwork. Tracking is easy in Apex. You can literally afford to miss half your clip. I'm going to go to this. We're going to watch a little bit of Dizzy's plays here, okay? And when I said that, some guys commented in. They're like, the guys were all laughing about it. They were like, oh my god. One guy just kept saying, ha 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 ha. But like, this guy was trying to go back and things. So tracking is not easy in Apex. And no, you cannot afford to miss half your clip with R99 or Prowler. The fuck? So, yes, you can. Yes, you can. The Prowler and the 99 and the reloadability in this game is insanely fast. It's okay to miss your shots. It's forgiving. Apex is a forgiving game for missing your shots, okay? In Halo 3, you could not miss your shots. You needed to be consistent. You had to have a consistent 4-tap, okay? In Counter-Strike, you need to be having consistent 1-taps. You need to be aiming to the head. Regardless, you have to. If you don't, the time to kill is too fast. Your teammate's going to make a play, right? And says, sure, it's the same for every game. Back to the argument, faster time to kill shooters is less forgiving, therefore requiring you to be more consistent and precise. Exactly what you're talking about. Increases the skill gap. Apex time to kill is too slow. He said, except the incredibly fast movement and ability to strafe, crouch strafe in this game counteracts all of what you're saying. CSGO. And you can't fucking strafe at all. Tracking a Wraith who is crouch strafing unpredictably is hard as fuck. Game is faster paced than Counter-Strike. I mean, he's right in some cases, but this isn't quite what we're really talking about. But he's right. Like, the game is faster paced. Yes, Apex is a way faster game because it's forgiving. You can put yourself in bad position and it's okay. Like, it's forgiving. You can get out, you can get back in, you get out, get back in. You can miss a bunch of shots and shoot. So you can play with having bad aim because it's okay. You're going to be able to reload and shoot again. So you're constantly pumping out shots. It's okay. And that's fine. I'm not saying anything bad about Apex. I love Apex, man. I love Apex. I also hate it at the same time. I love it. So Then he was, trying to track the Wraith. I was like, I just disagree. I think shooting in Apex is actually one of the easiest games to shoot in, next to Destiny. Destiny was very, very easy to play. Very, very easy to aim in Destiny. Super easy to aim. It was a cheese game. Anyways, so we go in. Sure, if you're just pub stopping, not against players with good movement. I mean, I disagree. I still think it's fairly easy to hit your shots. The thing is, the skill gap in Apex is not in the ability to shoot. The skill gap is in the ability to have coordination with your teammates, proper map rotations, and then being able to, playing a third-party system. Like, that's kind of how it is. Being able to, knowing your positioning. Your movement is everything in Apex. Your movement. How quick can you get out of battle? Can you get back into battle? Can you get high ground? Can you, that kind of stuff. Can you choke the, can you catch the choke point before he can? Can you gatekeep them before they start getting into zone? Like, those are very, very valuable things. So if I'm gatekeeping you before you get into zone, meaning you have to go past me to get into zone, I know I can play a little slower, and it's less likely I'm gonna get third partied because they're running a zone. You're on the toes. You have to be aggressive and push. That means that I could sit behind cover and heal if I need to. You can't, because you have zone coming up your ass. You have to run, right? So positioning is very, very huge. That's where the skill gap is in Apex. It's not quite in shooting. Is there skill in shooting? Yes. Of course, there's still skill in shooting. Don't be bilinear, like I said in the beginning of the video. Percentages. On to the next. So, a lot of people in here, a lot of guys that were commenting, they were making the assumption. It sounded like they were making the assumption that I didn't know what else, that I'm a bad player, didn't know what I was talking about, blah, 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 all this stuff. So, I just want to remind everybody, I have over 2,100 hours in Apex. I have over 24,000 kills in Apex. I have a 3.0 KD. I solo queue about 95% of the time. I'm literally solo queuing all the time. Like, it's just what I do. So imagine if I ran with a squad the whole time. My KD, my kills, all this shit would be a lot higher. But this is still really good stats. Am I the best? No, I'm not. But I'm far ahead of a lot of the people that play this game. I'm an Apex Predator. How many people? Not a lot of people aren't even Apex Predator. I bet you half the people in here debating this are not even Apex Predator. Is that a good argument? No, but I'm just painting the ground to let everybody know, look, I'm not an idiot. I'm good at the game, so I'm not coming in here with being ignorant and not knowing what I'm talking about. All right. It's the same as pred lobbies. I was saying the movement's the same as pred lobbies. Difference is coordinating attacks, positioning for zones. There are no hero moments. What I mean by hero moments are this. I haven't even watched this video yet. I just typed in best CSGO moments or CSGO highlight, and I clicked the first video. Let's watch.
And that's a 2-on-4. Finally, Device put in the play up from that high ground. Going to be taking down Ethan, sure, but the bomb is still planted, and currently no kid has been picked up. They need to find a way to get these.
You got to keep in mind, these are the highest levels that we're talking about. What you're seeing here, the bad guys in the actual game. If you don't know Apex, or if you don't know CSGO in the actual game, you do not see these guys. You do not see them. They are just it's for the spectator's view. We're looking at a pistol round, so it seems to be 0-0 is round 1. So they didn't have any money to upgrade to any guns yet, so they're all running pistol. All right. So they get into the game, and it's slow round. It looks like it's towards the end. We got a 2 versus 3 scenario. I mean, look at look how he just killed 3 people, and the sound up. Okay, let me. We're gonna say it starts at 16.
And get on that bomb very quickly, and now it's all falling apart.
In 3 seconds, the guy killed 3 people. In 3 seconds, the guy killed 3 people. I'm not saying Apex needs to be like this, because I actually do not prefer the fast time to kill like this. I don't prefer games like that. I actually like to be a little longer, like Halo. I was a Halo guy growing up. I played Halo the whole time competitively. That's what I enjoyed doing. But I do respect this, and I do acknowledge that the faster time to kill does require more skill. In 3 seconds, that guy just got a triple kill. He was in a it was a 3 versus 2 scenario. His teammate died. It was a 1 versus 3 scenario. He won. This would never happen in Apex. And keep in mind, this is at the highest level of CSGO. In the highest level of Apex, this would never take place, especially with a pistol. Never take place. Keep watching.
That can't possibly be real.
Has to play this to perfection.
We're looking at a 2. What's this? Versus 1? 2 versus 1 scenario, I think. And we're watching this guy on this side. Okay.
Smoke on his right. Tap on the bomb. Spray.
Got a little spray.
8 HP, and Alex is forced to move, forced to get away, and the smoke's still down. At least knows he's nowhere else. He has to be there. He is so
Like,
smart. He clears everything.
what the fuck did I just watch, bro?
And he gets championship point.
And outside of that too, you know what's super hard in CSGO? Go play CSGO and go play a little bit. Controlling your recoil is fucking difficult. Understanding the recoil patterns, that's freaking hard. You're not just one tapping, you're not just spraying. You're trying to control your recoil is absolutely insane. Controlling the recoil in Apex, cakewalk.
For Liquid.
We're looking at right now. Okay, it looks like the round. Oh no. Okay, so you got a what's it, a 5 versus 5? Yep.
11-4. Here they go, looking to start
1,
strong.
2,
and Lucas and Neckers have done just that. It's a
3.
question on mid, and that question is coming up CT. Just called Zera.
You just
trying
got
to be
popped.
the last port of call. He can't do too much.
I mean, we just like.
One and now Taco. Yeah, that's the should have been the end of that. He's
Look at how quick he just. Look at how quick that play was just made. Look at how quick that guy just got that headshot. Look at. Like. Now, I'm not saying that Apex needs to be like that, but look how fast the time to kill is. There is so much skill in that. In the 10th of a second, you have to make a decision, adjust your aim, get your shot. When you're tracking your gun, you can miss the first half of your clip, readjust it, and still do a great amount of damage. We're going to go to Dizzy. So Dizzy's highlight, keep in mind, this was, actually no, this is a recent one. Okay, so this is just released this month, about a week and a half ago. I'm just going to watch a little bit. This was his way. This is the current meta. I just want to point out this because I'm going to talk a little bit about this. Look at how long it takes to kill a knocked body. So he gets knocked. His teammate hit him with the longbow, and then he was helping with the P2020. We got a knocked body with a white shield. It's a level 1 knockdown shield. Just watch. He did damage. He did 56 damage to the body, but watch. 14. White shield blocking, 28, 13. So finally got the kill on a knocked body. Now, why am I upset about that? Here's my reason. When you're playing the game, it's already hard enough to get kills. I don't want to say hard enough. It just, the time to kill is longer. So when you get the kill, it's not as satisfying because if you're in a 1 versus 3 scenario or a 2 versus 3 scenario and you get a knock, trying to push that becomes difficult because the guys that are pushing, they're impatient, have the disadvantage. And that guy's probably going to get rezzed, especially if we're talking about somebody who's got a fast heal backpack and the guy gets health when he gets back, or a lifeline that heals you faster, or a Gibraltar now that heals you faster in the bubble. So, now, unless you have nades, it becomes very difficult to make your push. Nades are the best way to make your push, but if you don't have nades, it's very difficult to make that push. So therefore, you have to try to finish this guy, and this is with the worst gun in the game. The P2020, the worst gun. This guy can't knock a down guy, and that's with a white shield. He has a hard time actually completing his kill. So in most engagements, this happens all the time. In most engagements, you get the knock, you don't get the kill, and you're in especially at the highest lobby, you're in a passive play. You're like, I want to push that guy, but it's too much of a risk. I want to push that guy, it's too much of a risk. Let me wait till the zone moves in another 2 minutes. And then we'll go. So you're sitting for 2 minutes just doing pop shots. Anyways, keep playing. We're going to see the 99. The engagements.
I'm just headshotting everybody, bro.
So he didn't even get the kill. I know you guys watched that. Dizzy did not get the kill here. This was Braley, however you say this guy's name. The Pathfinder that finished him off. So look, so he picked up 99. He's got a purple. Oh man, I thought we were going to watch that play. This might be the same game. So so he's got nearly a fully decked out 99 right now. All right, he just doesn't have the butt stock. It's a white butt stock, but he's got a gold barrel, beautiful, purple mag, beautiful, with the gold sight. Okay. Let's watch the 99 engagements. That's missed half a clip. That's half the clip. That's actually the entire clip.
I'm done.
We're gonna keep going here. That literally was, again, half the clip missed and then finally finished, right? So the dude fired 1, 2, 3 clips to kill one guy. And that guy was in trouble too. Like, let's just see how long this engagement took, all right? Now, I know this is very anecdotal. We're talking about one specific position, but I think it's very important to kind of pay attention to these a little bit. So we're just going to say, let me go back. I'm going to get it right with the bullet shots, all right? Let's just say it started at 29. I'm giving it a whole second, all right? Just curious to see how long the engagement takes. That's his buddy shooting at him too with the sniper. Now he didn't really chase him down, but finally We're talking about 10 seconds. 10 seconds for one dude. 10 seconds. I know it's not a very good clip to really use as an argument, but 10 seconds, okay?
Down dirt, nice.
Actually done.
Yeah, third party.
Oh, fuck off, man. Fucking longbow from across the map.
Half the clip miss. Keep that in mind. Half the clip miss. We've gone through 2 clips now, alright? And keep in mind, we've got a purple mag, alright? We got a purple mag on. You're not going to have purple mag all the time. Man, he ran out of bullets and then got killed.
I ran out of ammo. I actually just ran out.
That's what happened. Like that's what happens. Dizzy is arguably one of the most skilled aim players in the game. The dude's cracked with his aim. Whether you can make arguments to say he didn't do very well in competition, for sure, because he hasn't really shined when the spotlight's on him. But the dude is one of the best at aiming. There's no argument about that. Okay, the dude is extremely good at the video game. He's far better than I am. He's extremely, extremely good. But you see how long that time to kill is. If the time to kill was slightly faster, my money would have gone on Digi to make a hero play there.
Dude, this Pathfinder is so weird. Race 1.
He didn't even get the finish. His teammate had to snipe him. Right? He did. How much damage did he do? You guy had purple, so I mean, he had 200 health.
Pathfinder is so weird. Race 1.
200 health. He did 130 damage. 130 damage is what he did to him. 130 damage. The teammate sniped him. 130 out of a full clip. All right. Cool. Died pretty quick because of his teammate had a longbow, but we'll keep it going. 24. 24. I mean, come on, man. I know the triple take's pretty easy to use, but like that's a semi-precisive weapon. Like 24. Whatever. He got the knock.
Dude, I fucking stepped on the edge of a rock and it knocked.
I think those take too long, but whatever. It's cool. It's cool animation. Just spraying shots downfield. That's where you're just kind of hoping. So he's pushing them. Nades are great. Nades are one of the best ways to make plays. I hate the fact that going up a zip line, you can't. It's not precise. Don't try to argue realistic. This game's not realistic.
In here, on me, on me. Top one.
Notice that. Like, see what I mean by forgiving? You can afford to miss a lot of shots. It's just how it is.
In here, on me, on me.
Hit him once. Double body shot. Gets a headshot in the last one. And the headshot was 89. So that means, think how hard it is. Look, we're talking about the best player in the game. Trying to get headshots. 89 damage. Imagine, like, look, a skilled play. He'd have to hit him 3 times to get a knock there. 3 headshots to get a knock. 3 shots. That's the fastest time to kill that you can get with the wingman. 3 headshots, and it's not gonna happen that often because it's one of the hardest things to do because the hitboxes in Apex are weird. They're inconsistent with levels. The movement's too fast. The bullet travels too slow. There's 20 tick servers. You can't argue it. The best thing that Apex has going right now is, I will say, shield swapping. Shield swap is one of the fastest way to regain your shield. It's absolutely phenomenal. If you don't do it, you need to. But that's one of the best ways to get your shields back. So and to get some health back and keep going. So if you're gonna make plays against people, you're gonna have to shield swap.
Gibby. I killed the path. Two right there. Careful, Moxie, by yourself. Just carry.
Do you know what I mean with forgiving? It's forgiving. It's very, very forgiving. I don't even know what I'm watching. It didn't even like do anything. These shots are not like precise shots. He's shooting to possibly do damage. Hit him for 47. We're like, okay, cool. That'll slow him down a little bit. The guy already healed.
Oh, I hit the bang 3 times. The bang got gold. Someone have cells? I only have 1 bat and 3 cells. You have like a bunch. I'll just take people. Oh my god.
Yeah, we know who the loot whore is.
Back there, it's whatever. I'm gonna make them look at me. They actually hard ran to the other building. They're literally scout players. They're still running, actually. I see them.
I mean, this is the thing is when you take games that are faster time to or slower time to kill like this, you get guys that just straight run. That's all they do. They just straight run, and it's so like you can't do anything. It's just like, oh my god, and they can run away so fast because of the abilities and the way the map's designed, which is fine, But with the slow time to kill, it makes it very frustrating and very difficult for true aim to be a factor. All right, so I think we've seen enough there. So I'm gonna go back to this guy. So there's no hero moments. He shares a clip, 1 vs 3 clip. Let's go ahead and just watch this. All right, give the benefit of the doubt.
Trying to be able to identify here who has the self-res or where this last target is. We haven't discovered them for some time.
We haven't seen now. Shots actually coming from the inside. That's going to be the last player alive. Let's see if they can get the finish here. 79. This could be Zanaya. Can they win? This looks like a 1v2 here. Can they get the win? Yes, indeed. The knockout 2 vs 1. The wingman. Here we go. Can they turn on him? We'll see right here. Getting the shots down. Also Q's out. He stays alive and goes back inside.
They're dominating the trade, but then the shots come back. He needs 2 more. There we go. Now does he have an opportunity to heal the Watson? Can he get an armor swap? Anything in his favor?
Exchanging some shots. So weak here. Grabs a beacon. Let's see if they can land the shots here. What a story it would be.
The swap. Yes. No, it's
low.
It's
low.
The swap. They wanted just going for a kill here. Can he get the shots? Here's Zanaya.
That was a play and a half. That guy shat on that fucking squad, dude. Like, absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal. Does that mean that all Apex is like that? No. It's not. It's not like that. First off, this is at a time when the Disruptor rounds were a thing. If you guys played when Disruptor rounds were a thing, bro, Disruptor rounds increased what? The time to kill. So, I don't know, they took Disruptor rounds out. Did I hate Disruptor rounds? Yeah, I hated them because you had to have that gun with you in order to be remote to, like, have a chance at the highest level. You had to have Disruptor rounds. You had to have, if you had Disruptor rounds and hammer points, you had to have it because it just, nothing else could compete with it. So that means you bring all the guns back down. You don't nerf that gun and get it out of there, right? So there's no tracking in Counter-Strike. I've never said there was. For the most part, everyone you kill in Counter-Strike is so fast that you are hardly tracking. Never said there's tracking. In terms of raw mechanic skills, Apex probably trumps. Oh man, raw mechanic skill it probably trumps due to low time to kill and high movement. Highly disagree. Highly disagree. He said, are you still trying to compare the two? This guy comes in. We're comparing one-on-one engagements between Apex and CSGO, whether or not slower time to kill versus higher time to kill requires more skill. You make a mistake in faster time to kill, it's going to cost you. This is what we were talking about earlier. You literally have to make a decision on the 10th of a second. Exactly what I said earlier. Slower speed means more probability or more possibility. So please tell me which one's better. What? Like my brain hurts trying to understand what he's saying. Slower speed means more possibility. The fuck does that mean? No. Slower speed, like when it's a longer time to kill, when it's a slower time to kill, it's forgiving. It's forgiving means you do not have to be as consistent. You don't, and you can get away with things. Slower speed allows for forgiveness in positioning and aiming. Yes, in positioning and aiming. Why was Halo 3 and Halo 2 so powerful compared to the other Halos? Because they brought sprint in. I think sprint and the abilities messed up a lot of the Halos. Because Halo 3 and Halo 2, if you pushed out just slightly too far, you got annihilated because you could not get out of position quick. Whereas now these other games, they brought sprint in, which is fine. It's another way of doing things. It's fine, but because they brought sprint in, you could afford to put yourself out in a bad position and run back. You could play a little bit faster, right? So faster time to kill does not. There's no debate here. Blah, blah, blah. There's more to it than that. If you get the slight lag spike, what then? Die instantly and wait to respawn. How do you compensate for other players lagging? I mean, that's not really what we're debating, but you compensate that by playing on LAN. And if you're going to make that kind of argument, like I said here, Apex is a very laggy game. It's very bad, and you got 26 servers, and you have the slowest bullet travel in any game. It's bad. Like it's not good at all. Team play, solo play. I feel that's how it should be. Obviously, well, yes, should always be team play. Teams that play together should always be reign superior. But if you have a team that plays together and can utilize their individual skill, that's the team that's going to shine a whole lot more than these other teams. Right, but if you get a team that plays together and their solo individual skill, they can't make a hero play. Well, then sorry. So it's got to be a little mix of both. So go down here. I'm just going to talk a little bit about what this guy's talking about here. This guy, he's an interesting one. So I think your complaints are really just about the genres of battle royales, to be honest. Which I mean, I understand increasing time to kill at the state would make it even harder to 1 vs 3 and make hero plays that you want though. Like what? Increasing time to kill at this state will make it even harder to 1 versus 3 and make hero plays that you want to... No. If I can turn around and hit you in the fucking head with a longbow and it do 150 damage, like for a headshot, like I can make some plays. So if I have a good aim and you have blue shields, I'm gonna fucking clean you up. I don't know what to tell you. Like, you better have something else. I'm gonna freaking wipe you. If you don't have a helmet on and I headshot you with a longbow, it should kill you. Like, headshot. It should be a one shot. Like, if you don't have a helmet on, it just should, to allow the incentive to shoot for the head. It's just, that's how it should be. Nope. I love Battle Royales. I enjoy Apex. I just feel like time to kill needs to be slightly faster, increase the skill gap. Like, look, I absolutely love, like, telling me that my complaints about Battle Royales. I love Apex. I love PUBG. I love Fortnite. I love all the Battle Royales. In fact, Battle Royales are my favorite genre. That's like, I enjoy them. PUBG and Fortnite are faster time to kill. Fortnite's time to kill slows down because of the build. The skill isn't necessarily in the shooting, but it is. Like, it's harder to aim in Fortnite than it is in Apex. And you know what's crazy? People solo queue in Apex, or people don't solo queue in Apex, drop solo and wipe the entire lobby themselves. The top players, guys like Tfue, Ninja, all these guys, Buga, they solo queue in squads, 1 versus 4 in Fortnite, and they wipe the entire lobby. Like, that's what they do. They wipe the lobby. They just run through teams. Yes, building is a big skill there, but it's not just the building. It's the ability to be able to get a quick kill. So the time that you are exposed is very, very minimal. It's very small, and it's rewarding. So you're not getting that. You're exposing for a second to do enough damage to get a knock to not take damage. That's where the skill starts to become. Definitely not a Battle Royale complaint. You're not making much sense here. Time to kill. This is where I don't even know what got into this guy's brain. Dude, this guy is not. He is not the brightest guy. Time to kill can't be faster or slower. You got to use higher or lower, as it's a number, not a speed or velocity. Do you mean you want higher time to kill or slower time to kill? First off, him and we just had a long conversation about faster and slower time to kill. First off, context clues that you learn in elementary school tell you what we're talking about. Now I'm going to shut you up. If it takes 5 seconds to kill you compared to 1 second to kill you, then that's a slower time to kill you. Do you not understand? I mean, I get what this guy's trying to say, but it's a slower time. It's slower. It's faster if it's 1 second. It's slower if it's 5 seconds. Oh man, that car's got a 14-second drag race where we take it to the track. It runs 14 in a quarter mile. That's a fast car. I don't know if that's a fast car or not, but oh, it runs a 32-second on the quarter mile. That's a slow car. It's not. Oh, that's a high car. It's a low car. Like lower time to kill. Like yes. I mean, do you mean higher time? Yes, higher or faster. They're both the same. You are fast. If I kill you in 1 second, that is fast. Compared to if I kill you in 5 seconds, that is slower. It's a slower time. It's the time slow. I kill you. I don't understand what this guy's talking about. So anyways, back to my main argument, guys. And this is a long video. Hopefully you guys watched it. We went through everything. You guys probably didn't watch it, but whatever, dude. Look, my argument is this, all right? At the end of the day, I enjoy Apex. I do. I don't enjoy it at the same time. And so it's a casual game. I can't take it very serious. All right, because it's just simply, I don't think there's too much skill there. The skill comes within team play. Like, I don't think there's too much skill. And I like games where I can, like, I solo queue a lot. I get home from work. I want to sit back. I want to play. I'm decent at first-person shooters. I can make plays. I can shoot. I can hang with good players. Like, I'm a threat when I'm playing the game. All right, when I play and I'm solo queuing and I've got Mr. Bot and Mrs. Bot on my team, I want to be able to make some plays sometimes. It becomes difficult. It becomes very, very difficult when you have that. So that's my argument on it. That's my thoughts. Comment down below your thoughts. At the end of the day, look, no matter what your belief is, I'm not going to be condescending or rude or anything like that to you. I'll never tell you, like, you're an asshole or a dick because you have a different viewpoint. All right? We're just talking. I think that faster time to kill increases the skill gap, whereas a slower time to kill increases teamwork. Teamwork's going to be more important. All right, faster time to kill, of course, teamwork's still there, but I just think faster time to kill is just that's where true aim goes. I mean, you look at some of the top players out there, Shroud, Skedaddle, like I mean even Ninja, who came from Halo. Even Ninja came from Halo. A lot of these players that are known for their aim and they're like precise to me, you're like, holy shit, he just hit that. Like how many times, like when I watch Apex and I watch highlights, I don't have to go back to Apex and be like, hold on, let me rewind that. What just happened? I watch it, I know exactly what happened. When I go into Counter-Strike, sometimes I gotta be like, whoa, wait a second. Let's replay that. What the fuck happened? For example, the guy that was just accused on Rainbow Six for cheating, the guy that was just accused on Rainbow Six for cheating a while ago and was banned from the circuit and then came back and they lifted the ban and it wasn't proven that he was banned. It was a big accusation. They just guessed. But then he came back and people were like, this dude's cheating. The dude was so good that people thought he was cheating. Watching him play, I was like, what the fuck am I looking at, dude? Like, absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. So, enjoy, guys. Let me know your thoughts.